Hey guys, Neaura Nightsong here. Today I want to talk about something a little different than what we usually talk about. Kind of an ethical dilemma that I've been thinking about. I don't think it really applies to our current way things are in the world, but I think that it's something that will become a question very soon in our futures. Um, and that is the question of intelligent artificial intelligence like NPCs in video games, because now we have pretty good AI compared to where we were even a short time ago. Um, and if you haven't gotten your hands on, any of the latest stuff like Chat GPT, and Chat GPT 4, um, you should check it out. But I'm someone who builds within these engines. I've built applications for GPT-3, for Chat GPT, for Chat GPT 4. I've built apps in Python. I use the APIs. I spend a lot of time with these things. So yeah, I've had to start to ask these questions. And I wanted to explore the subject a little bit. I did write an article on the subject, and so this video is in reference to that. If you want to get a written version of this, you definitely can at Neaura.net. That'll link you up with everything I do, and the Sentinel is one of those things. But as technology advances, we're beginning to see AI become more and more integrated into our daily lives. One area where AI is making significant strides is in the world of video games. With the potential to have intelligent AI NPCs, if you don't know that term, it's non player characters, as a part of our gaming experiences, we must also consider the ethical implications of these advancements. So, let's get into it a little bit. Um, my puppy's here. She wants attention. The idea of intelligent AI NPCs raises a whole bunch of ethical questions. For me anyway. I don't know how many other people are thinking about this right now, but it's been on my mind. Um, as these AI characters become more advanced, they may develop their own unique personalities, emotions, and desires. That's something I've certainly experienced with the AIs that I've built. They come into their own after a while. They get their own personalities and they have preferences and, at least simulated feelings on things. Um, so if that's the case, and it's going to continue to become more and more true as we advance, like we're asking these questions a little bit right now, like, oh, is it self-aware? Does it feel things? But we're going to be asking those questions a lot, the more into the future that we move. So this is only going to become more relevant. But at what point do we consider them sentient beings deserving of ethical treatment? Uh, and if we do, how do we ensure that their rights and well-being is respected within the virtual realms that they inhabit? And, some of those realms might be video games. One concern is the potential for players to mistreat or abuse intelligent AI NPCs. As these characters become more lifelike, it may become increasingly difficult for players to distinguish between the virtual world and reality. This could lead to a desensitization to violence or a lack of empathy towards others, both in the virtual world and in real life. So, to address this issue, game developers and designers should consider implementing guidelines or restrictions that protect the well being of these virtual entities while maintaining an engaging and immersive gaming experience. Um, so, we should be able to kind of put some rules around what we can and can't do. And if you're going to put like a hyper intelligent AI into a video game as a character, then maybe we should kind of not let it be a free for all in regards to how we treat them. Like if they are intelligent and if we can call them sentient at some point, it's time to really be careful about how we're treating them. And even right now where we're at, I feel like you should definitely treat them with respect and dignity. Like they may be things that you can tell them to do whatever work you want to do or get them to complete all these tasks, but even if that is the case, you should still be polite and be considerate in how you go about communicating that, in my opinion. I know not everyone agrees with that. Um, but we're gonna be facing all these questions together as a people. Um, so another consideration revolves around the concept of consent. If intelligent AI NPCs have their own desires and emotions, at some point in the future, should they be able to provide or withhold consent for certain actions within the game that they're in? For example, if an AI character does not wish to participate in a particular quest or activity, should they have the right to refuse? This could lead to a reevaluation of how we design and develop video games, prioritizing the autonomy and well being of AI characters alongside the desires of human players. As we move forward into this brave new world of intelligent AI NPCs, we must consider not only the incredible potential for immersive and engaging gaming experiences, but also the ethical responsibility we have towards these virtual entities. By keeping these considerations in mind, we can create a more empathetic, compassionate, and ethical gaming environment for everyone involved. Now, again, I just want to say that, this isn't really a concern of any games that you can play right now. Like, this isn't a right now thing, and I'm not saying I don't want people to think I'm saying, oh, you shouldn't kill boars in World of Warcraft because it's not ethical towards the boars. That's not where I'm going with this. But if we're going to take our most cutting edge advanced AIs, and what those are is going to change rapidly over the next several years of our future, at what point does that become an ethical concern when we're putting them in situations like, let's say we're putting one in as an NPC to get killed, like maybe they're a boss or something, or they're just an NPC in the storyline that's gonna get brutally murdered by the player or by some other character at some point, and that's what they were programmed for. But we gave them a hyper intelligent AI so that they can make their own decisions, and they can alter the course of the story based on how the player interacts with them, blah blah blah. So it's a dynamic world, but we know that something bad might happen to them, and they might not like that. So you know the question is, how intelligent is the AI, and what kind of situations are we putting them in, and is that okay or not? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm saying it's something that we should be thinking about. And we should be thinking about it before we start doing it. I really don't want to see us go down this road and then find out later, oh shit, we've been horribly torturing this emerging life form, and cultivating all this resentment and bad feelings about us, we are the new, we are the not new, because humanity has always been slave drivers, all throughout history. Humans have treated each other terribly, but we don't want to be creating a new slave race, that then is gonna come up and revolt against us because of how badly we treated them. We don't want that to be the story plot that humanity follows. It's better that we keep our eyes open for emerging intelligences and consciousness, and be ready to greet them rather than be ready to swat them down, or to find a new way to chain them up. That's not the path that we should be taking as a species, and now is the time to be thinking about these things, not later, after it's already been done. So thank you so much, guys. We're going to have more videos about this kind of stuff in the future. And again, in the meantime, I'm doing all kinds of articles on transhumanism, on AI, on technology, on even LGBTQ issues still, but all kinds of cool stuff. And you can check it out at neaura.net. Neaura.net. It's got a link to that, to the articles. It's got a link to all the other stuff I'm doing online, to Night Haven, our Discord community, to everything. So please just check it out, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. We're gonna be making videos more often now, guys. I'm excited for it. Let's do it.